happy Waffle Day, everybody. Did you know that today is National Waffle Day? I didn't, but my friend Jim over at Jim's Kitch Kitchen sure did. Today's video is actually going to be part of a collaboration put on by my friend Jim over at Jim's Kitch Kitchen. So there's going to be several of us that are putting out various different kinds of waffle themed videos, and you're not going to want to miss any of them. So I'll have that playlist down below in the description box so that you can go check all of them out, because I know there are going to be some amazing and most definitely some unique recipes out there. Hey, my name is Angela and I am the Inquisitive Farm Wife, and I'm so happy that you are here with me today in the upstairs kitchen creating supper for my family. We've been on a kick. BLTs, it's that time of year. Tomatoes are just getting ready to come on here in Northeast Kansas. We can usually plan on about the 4th of July. Anyone who has a garden that they started really early with a greenhouse or a hoop house or something like that, you'll start seeing some of those tomatoes. And the first thing you think of is BLT. The lettuce is starting to stop and the tomatoes are starting to start. And you just enjoy all that stuff. But as you know, my husband has been working very hard on trying to keep a more low-carb lifestyle. So we found these things called chaffles. Have you ever heard of them? Have you ever had them? Well, I'd heard about them for years, but I didn't try them until somewhat recently, and we enjoyed them with, of course, my personal twist. I was going to bring you a recipe that my good friend Renee over at Pike Creek Farm suggested to me, Wonder Bread chaffles, where you don't use cheese. So it'd be more like an actual bread. But we kind of like the twist of the cheese that you'll see in just a little bit that I like to do with our chaffles. And I think that it's going to go really well as a BLT sandwich. So let's get busy and start putting this together and enjoy our Waffle Day chaffles. The recipe I'm getting off of the internet, all recipes, and I searched and I like the one that uses both almond flour and cheese. And yes, I know, you're probably wondering, why in the world are you using store-bought cheese when you've been making cheese all month long? Because that's all I have for cheddar. I don't have any homemade cheddar. Can you believe it? And that's my little twist to you. Most of the time you'll see this recipe is used with mozzarella. No, we like the spice of the cheddar. Oh, pepper jack. That would be a good spice if you wanted to spice it up. Too bad I don't have any of that either. But I like that sharpness of that cheddar. But any kind of cheese you have would work perfectly fine. Maybe even that crumble cheese that I just recently made. That would be really good in this. Maybe on seconds that will do. To make one sandwich, we need 1 large egg. To me, that means a duck egg. If you don't have a duck egg, just use a large chicken egg. Whoops, stuck my finger right in there, and now I have to dig out that shell. And this is why you would typically separate your egg. Oh, there it is. Still didn't get it out of there. This is why you want to separate your egg into a separate bowl before you put it into the bowl you cook with. But you see how I took that shell to pick up the other shell? That's a little trick for you on how you can easily get those tiny shells out. I almost forgot. We also need a mini waffle maker. My cousin found this at a thrift store for me for $5. I need to plug this in. All right, let that get warm. So we've got our egg, and then we need a tablespoon of blanched almond flour. Plop 1/2 cup of cheese of choice. Nice and round if it's to your liking. And that's it. Then you mix this up. You don't even really need a whisk. But if you're feeling a little extra, what if we put some bacon bits in there? I think we should. This is just some pre-made bacon bits from the store. Maybe about a teaspoon worth. By all means, if you want to crumble your bacon yourself, go for it. But we're saving ours for those delicious slices to put on our sandwich. Smell that this is heated up. The little light went off and ouch, that's hot. So I got to make sure I spray this really well. I'm using olive oil today because it is not a seed oil, and my husband is trying to do the no grain, no sugar diet. I do have a playlist with just a few recipes if that's something you're into. And now that this is all good and mixed, you'll take half of this and we're going to plop it right down on to our mini waffle maker. We're going to kind of spread it out and shut it. And now we're just going to set a timer. Alexa, timer, 3 minutes. So our timer is set for 3 minutes, and we're going to let this cook, and then we're going to check on it and see if we need to flip it. I kind of like mine a little bit more on the crispy side. So I'll be back in 3 minutes. Well, that went fast. Well, at least for you it did. Okay, 3 minutes is up. Let's see what we got going on. Okay, I can smell it. Let's see. Ooh, she look lovely. But if you like a fluffy bread, that would be great. I'm still going to go ahead and flip it over and cook it. We're going to cook this for 1 to 2 more minutes. Because we're using duck eggs, they tend to be more fluffy anyway. And so I want a crispy, crunchy, I'm feeling that tonight. I just think that'd be really good. Oh, and by the way, there's so many recipes out there for chaffles. There are some that don't even use any cheese, some of them that don't use any almond flour. And I will tell you from what research I have found, personal and what I read online, that by using just that tablespoon of almond flour, it kind of takes away that eggy taste. So if you are on a high protein diet and you're just so sick of eggs and you don't want to make yourself an egg sandwich with an egg bread, then that is a tip for you to put that almond flour in there. Or, you know, if you're wanting to try something, say, sweet, a dessert chaffle, I would suggest using coconut flour instead. Just a thought. All right, now it's time to check in on that chaffle. And here she be. Ooh, yes, a little more crispy. You hear that? Yes. So now we will just set this one aside, and then we'll give it a good spray because we've used all the oil off of that, and we'll put the remainder of this batter right on in here. And see, now this one I may not have gotten it exactly half, so it might be a little thinner, a little crunchier then, and that is okay. We're not going for perfection around here. We're going for food in those bellies. 3 minute timer. Be back. 2 more minutes. Repeat, rinse, and repeat. That is for one person in the family. So now I'll make another batch, another batch, another batch until everybody has all their sandwiches. This next time I'll probably actually double it so that I can make 2 sandwiches at once. I will admit, it took just a bit, but the chaffle bacon cheddar chaffles are now made. My family is going to be so excited. Let's put a sandwich together, shall we? It probably wouldn't be necessary because of the oil that we used, and the, cheese kind of has its own oil. But what's a BLT without some mayonnaise? You hear that? Nice, crunchy bread. And then I'm going to grab, let's see. First, I'm going to grab a piece of lettuce, a beautiful couple slices of tomato, and then I'm going to put a couple pieces of bacon, another chaffle with mayonnaise. Here it is. Ooh, doesn't that look delicious? All right, let's give this a taste test. Yeah, it is that good. It shut me up. Shut your face. Bacon, cheddar, chaffles, BLT sandwich. Give it a try. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Until next time, friends, bye for now.